let them in.
All right. So
Okay.
welcome everybody to our Team Freedom,
Zoom.
our Team Zoom. I'm Ron and
Allison, hi.
we're here every week and we are so glad that the ones we see here, you're here every week and
Yes.
we appreciate that. We appreciate you. And we are always excited to talk about the newest, the latest, the greatest, and the oldest. And we're going to talk about some of the oldest tonight. This time of year is a time where people start thinking, I think I might be putting on a swimsuit and going to the beach. And I don't want to look like a beached whale. I want to look good. And so this time of year is a lot of times where people are like, I want to lose weight. I want to lose 5 pounds or 10 pounds and look better. Or I just want to feel better because now we're out of the doldrums of winter and into the life and the lightness of spring and summer. And so this is a time of year that people begin to really think about and talk about cleansing.
Yeah.
We started that trend as a company. We were the only company talking about cleansing over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And now we are, you got so many, you want to handle those, have so many that are talking about it. And
yes.
Yet we have the original, we have the best stuff, and Allie's going to hold it up because it is so good.
Well, and so it is hard to kind of wait. There's so much noise now. So when Isagenix first kind of launched everything, we've got everyone coming in now. So
yeah, they're all coming in.
This is good. Yay.
Pretty rolling, but welcome on in.
Yes, welcome everyone. When we went ahead and let's record too. We are recording. All right, yay.
There's that as well.
Yay. So yeah, we're getting everyone in here.
Hello, Lynn. Welcome in. Everyone.
Yes, welcome everyone.
And there we go. There's our speaker view.
There we go.
Got that. All right. I'm glad when we get interrupted because so many people are coming in.
That's
A
right.
great thing to have.
That's a good problem to have.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Have a good
So if
number of
we're on
people on
speaker, then I guess, why do we have
Mhm.
that? I guess.
I
So
have
let's make
no
it so we
idea.
can see ourselves for right, or you want it for the camera, I guess.
I
for our
think
video.
it just records the way it's supposed to record.
Okay, sounds good.
So yeah,
I just kind of want to see what I'm doing, I guess, but
Well,
okay.
there we are.
All right. So we kind of like to go over a product most weeks, 1 or 2 products. And so as Ron was stating, this is the time of year, even though they say, you hear that saying like summer bodies are built in the winter. Well, we're kind of creatures of procrastination, right?
We are.
So a lot of people, they have good intentions as the new year is coming. And March is another time when people get kind of excited. And then like now is like crunch time, right? Now is like the time people are like, I want that extra fluff, or I just want to feel better. So we're going to talk about our Cleanse for Life. I don't know if most of us have taken Cleanse for Life, what our experiences are with it. And as Ron was saying, we're kind of repeating, but back when this Cleanse for Life came out, it was a novel idea. There weren't cleanses everywhere. Now you can go to anywhere you're online, you'll get marketed any kind of cleanse, right? You'll hear about lemon cleanses, grapefruit cleanses, whatever kind of cleanses. There's so many of them out there. And what makes ours so different is that when you do cleanse, and the nice thing is you don't cleanse does not mean like that word can bring to mind on the toilet. It can bring to mind starvation. That's not what this is about at all. A lot of people just drink this every single night because as we're sleeping, we're not eating. So it's just a nightly cleanse. And what this does is it helps to make toxins in our body, the forever toxins, they kind of like attaches to it like a magnet. It makes them water soluble and helps usher them out. So it's a very unique concept in the way that it supports the body nutritionally. It gives the body tons of nutrition instead of starving it. Like most cleanses that don't support the body, they just have you fast.
You can actually Google the term forever toxins. It is a medical term now. And it is caused by all the development of new toxins that the body was never meant to have in this body, in your body, whether it's in the air or the water. or the
Plastics.
plastics.
A lot
all
of it
kinds
comes from
things.
all of our plastics, things we're putting on our body, hormone disruptors in our lotions, sunscreens, makeups, whatever it is. Like there just are these forever toxins
And
that are,
what it means is the body doesn't recognize it, so it doesn't know what to do with it, so it stores
it
it.
just stores it, it just plops it somewhere.
And so since it's stored in there, this breaks it up, makes it water soluble so that it can then leave the body and get out. And it really
there-
makes a difference.
And it's botanically based, and so it's not harsh. This is gentle and loving on the body. In fact, some countries it's called Nourish for Life because it's not going to be doing anything harsh to the body. It nourishes it and it makes those toxins so that they, like I said, are water soluble and safe to leave the body. And the reason, like he was saying, that they're like forever toxins is because, like he said, the body doesn't recognize it and it's scared. So it's scared to let them just loose in the body. So it will store them tight away. But then our body can only hold so many, and all of our systems start getting sluggish. Our metabolism gets sluggish. I hear so many women talk about going through menopause and how their hair gets thin, dry, and brittle. Their skin, they put on excess weight, even though they're not eating excess. I mean, you hear about they're sleeping, the sweat, all the night sweats, all those things that happen is so much worse now because we've got all these hormone disruptors. And so the body, every change in it is so much harsher on the body. So,
And I've heard and I've read posts where women have attributed Cleanse for Life with helping to alleviate the symptoms of menopause. So that is really nice that it actually does that.
so yeah, it's just an all around.
One of us will put a post up about Cleanse for Life tonight or tomorrow so that you guys can go into group and really read about it and read what all the ingredients are. They're amazing.
And a lot of people believe that unless they're fasting, they shouldn't be using this product. And that is just not true. This is a product that if you drink every single night, it's going to help with digestion. It's going to help usher those toxins away. You will sleep better. It will help with brain fog, all those different kinds of things. So it's just, I've heard someone else say it's a inflammation eraser. If you could think of that, it helps to erase inflammation. And there's so many things now people are suffering from inflammation. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So the ingredients in it, they really haven't changed it in 22 years. Did it start as a powder or liquid? I can't remember.
I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
I think the original was, but yeah, there's just so much goodness in it and it's very nourishing. So there's different ways to use it. Drink it every night, or you can do it with one cleanse day where you drink this all day with some little snacks.
And a lot of water.
The water is important. And then, or you could do a double, like a back-to-back cleanse day. So you could even do half a cleanse day where you drink it for half a day. So,
and there's some tricks to a cleanse day. What if you had breakfast the way you wanted to, and then around noon, you started on the cleanse and you go to bed and you get up and by noon the next day, you're already able to eat again.
that's a 24-hour
cleanse. So there are different ways of doing it.
And I think Heather also has done hers. Heather, haven't you and John done your cleanse day where how do you do it? You do it with dinner though, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, we would do it a 24-hour period and starting like not eating after dinner and then having dinner the following night.
Perfect.
But today I'm doing it. I started it and I'm doing it all day.
Go Heather.
I'm doing it all day. I need to get off a few more pounds. I've been at kind of a creeping back.
That happens.
Yes, it
It
does.
happens. And I know, like, even for myself with traveling and I don't get the fluids I need to, thank goodness for my products, but you just, you eat out more and you just don't, it's harder to make the wiser decisions. So that's where the cleanse helps with just really kind of getting that extra fluff away. And then as we're speaking of this, I always like to also, it's fun to share some testimonials. And Heather and I got a really fun message from Kathy a few days ago. It was just those are the kind of things that just make my day, and just in my heart, I'm like, this just makes it all worth it. So Kathy, do you want to share how long you've kind of been using the products and maybe what things that you're using? I know do you drink the cleanse every day, or do you do kind of cleanse days?
I drink the cleanse every night.
Good,
So
good,
I take about an ounce or an ounce and a half.
good.
And I've been using the products, I think it's about 3 months, 2.5 months
That's
now.
what I was gonna guess too. Yep.
Yeah. And I use the collagen, the ionics. I've also used the adaptogen, like to take with me, but just for like a normal day, I use the ionics in the morning. And we also eat these wafer-thins,
They're so
which I just
good.
kind of threw all over, but and they're good. I'll take those to work as a snack along with nuts, and I'll drink a shake. In the morning, I'll use half of a chocolate shake, the chocolate mint one. And I think it was Heather that suggested, and maybe you too, Ellie, that, well, I could still eat breakfast with Dana and have an egg and a piece of toast, and then I do a half a shake, and I don't eat bacon with with my
Perfect.
breakfast anymore. So I haven't done that for a while. And I use the tablets. There's the metabolism boost.
Accelerator.
And
Yep, natural accelerator.
okay, yeah. And let's see, there's another digestive pill that I take in the morning. And
Isoflush.
Isoflush, baby.
yes, that's the one. Yeah,
Isoflush.
I need to look at the names
That's
to
okay.
remember them. I need to get more nootropics because I have those and I've run out. So I found that those help my memory when I use them.
They sure
The adaptogen I find makes me calmer when I take it, because I was feeling quite stressed over various things that were going on, and I could kind of feel a difference like right away when I took it. And I had stomach pains also by the second day on the diet plan. The stomach pains went away and they have not come back. But I had a doctor appointment last week, and they've been checking my blood pressure each time that I go, and sometimes have me come in extra. And they said my blood pressure had gone down, and it was the best they had seen in a while. So that was a measurable effect. I had also had high liver enzymes, and they said those went down.
No, that's.
And I believe, yes, and I believe the good cholesterol went up. Anyway, they said that was high. So,
Really good.
yes.
And please understand, she has never had high blood pressure high enough to be on medication for it, but it was a little bit higher than ideal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So now it's ideal.
good.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's.
Good.
And I have lost 5 pounds. Actually, when I looked last Saturday, I had lost 10 since I started, but it kind of goes up and down. I
Absolutely.
look at it every day, and then we ate more yesterday for Mother's Day, so it was up a little. But
Yeah.
it's down from what it was when I started.
Love that. Yay.
And Dana, I know you've had some great experiences on the product. If you want to talk about it, if you don't, that's fine. But I know you've really enjoyed some.
Well, sure. The Zango, thank you.
Yes.
At first I was not reading the measuring cup correctly. I can't, but if I almost have to use magnifying lenses, that's not the problem. The cup is nice. Anyway, so I brought it up to 2 ounces a day to 2.5. I found when I went over 3 ounces, then it gave me diarrhea.
Oh no.
Wow.
Go back to 2.5 and that stops.
Perfect.
And that's where it stays. I've mentioned this before, and I think about this just about that's at breakfast. I think about this about every time. To me, it tasted a little bit like pomegranate juice.
Yeah.
And that's a pleasant flavor.
Yes.
And as we know, there are things out there that don't taste so good. That's a pleasant flavor. Doing the collagen, a bottle in the morning, bottle at night. Kathy reminds me about those. She's really good at reminding me about things like that.
She's taking the nootropic. So
Yes, exactly.
I need to get it again.
Something you mentioned, if I could digress just a very brief moment about the non-typical chemicals in the environment, that chemicals that the body was never designed to deal with.
Mhm.
My father, who's been dead almost 20 years, 20 years before then, was telling people who would listen, and he liked to get on a soapbox. He said, you need to eat natural foods. And it used to be we could eat beef fat and pork fat, but it's not safe now because the environmental pollutants that the animal eats, they store it in the fat.
Yeah, right.
And so he said he was saying that almost 40 years ago. Now, I don't know where he came up with this stuff. Sometimes I think it just came out of his rather fertile mind. Other times, well, he read everything he could get his hands on too. And he was telling people that, and of course, people didn't listen. Or they said, well, fat makes you fat, therefore don't eat fat. Well, sort of. Don't eat fat because of the pollutants.
Yes.
Because there's actually nutrition in fat cells.
Yep.
But it's not safe anymore, unfortunately.
You're right. You're right.
But you felt your arthritis felt better.
Oh, that's the other thing.
Collagen.
With the collagen and the Zango,
Yeah.
the arthritis had been bothering me, right? I don't know if you can see this. Each hand, right in the base of the thumb. And that discomfort is almost completely gone now.
Oh, wow. That's so
Wonderful.
good.
And I'm glad it's gone because I've mentioned this on these calls more than once. I'm a keyboard musician, and it's kind of good to have full use of all 10 of them.
There you
Right.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That is awesome,
so
guys.
cool.
Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing. We
Appreciate
just
that.
like
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
voices and different testimonials because that's
Mm-hmm.
really why we're doing this, is to really
That's
impact
right.
people to have more vitality, have more quality of life, live whatever years we're supposed to have that God blesses us with the best, right? Not just plagued by so many ailments and mental. Almost everyone I talk to now is dealing with a lot of brain fog, and I don't know if that comes from the stress or toxins or what it's coming from, but brain fog is really something that a lot of people
It's-
share, and I think stress doesn't help any of that as well. So
and so the reason we kind of decided to talk about Cleanse for Life so much is because right now there is a segment of our team who doesn't get on the call very much, at least right now, but they are very, very active. And one lady said, I just need to cleanse and I need to lose some weight and get in shape. And told another, and
And
told
you know
another,
her,
and told
Michelle.
another. Yeah,
Yeah.
Michelle's been on this call.
Michelle's been on when she
She's
can.
spoken at the end a few times. She's a motivational speaker. But they're now up to 4 people that have decided, well, we're just going to cleanse together.
And
And they're starting very soon. They've
June
placed
1st, I
orders.
believe, is their date.
So why not? If some of us want to join in with that, let's just start into a group cleanse. As many of us as want to, we can start June 1st and do really a month-long cleanse. And there's a lot of ways we'll be able to do it. We can talk about it in the group. We can talk about it on our Zoom calls. But if you want to be a part of it, you can use some of the products you already have. And if you need some other products, we'll have that. If you want to get a 30-day reset, you can do that. It's all up to you. But it's something that
Absolutely.
we thought, why not? We're going into spring now and now getting it and Shada says,
Count me in.
So,
Good.
yeah, and let's all consider that. And if we're going to do that, we'll need to order our products to have it in place by June 1st.
Right.
So that's something that we can do together. You do some of the shakes, you do some of the stress relief. You have your choice of Ionics or the adaptogen elixir. And two of the products that Kathy was just talking about, the accelerator revs up the metabolism,
The
the
metabolism boost.
flush, it helps flush out everything, including all the toxins.
Yes.
So let's talk about cleansing together starting June 1st and raise your hand, so to speak. You don't have to do it right now,
Right.
but speak up and say, I want to do it, and let's be all part of this together.
And we can even kind of help design your plan. If you want to do 1 shake a day versus 2, that's part of being,
Make it all unique for you.
if you want to do
Everybody.
daily cleanse, but it'll just be kind of a fun, and if you're already doing it, that's great. Just swing into the
Yeah, just
first
keep
and
going.
and join us. We'll have kind of pump up our recipe ideas because we kind of get tired, right? Like, what's a healthy recipe and what should I do for snacks? And we'll
Well,
have people share their shake recipes
Yeah.
to pump up our shakes and get some new ideas on shakes.
well, and a lot of people tend to want to do this just before going to celebration to look their best at
We
celebration.
got some
because you're gonna-
celebration
you-
goers.
You're gonna be around everyone else in Isogenics, so it's kind of a competition.
It
You
is.
can look more like Isogenics than anyone else.
And I want to throw out there, if you are an associate and you have a family member or a friend or someone that, if you're going to keep your regular order and you might want to do a 30-day system, we have ways that we can help you utilize the 25% coupons. If you don't have your coupons, we've had to call the company
They
sometimes.
will give you new ones.
There've been a couple mistakes where they just didn't send them, but they'll get you the coupon code, but that saves a lot. I'm thinking it would make the $320 30-day system. Okay,
I think
let's
it
do
was
the math.
264, the last one. I did.
264. So
264.
it brings it to 264.
That was with shipping or no, there's no shipping because it was a new one, but it was with taxes.
Right, with taxes. And it would be a new one if you were able to ask a family or a friend or someone and just say, hey, I want to save some money on my order. Do you mind if I use your name? And I'll use my
Well-
own address and my own payment, but
Well, first invite them to do it with you, and if they say no, then.
Yeah.
thank you, Ron.
Right.
Sure. Yes, ask them to do it. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there because we're just always want to help.
And yeah, thank you for bringing that
Isobody,
up.
yes, Cheryl.
Because that is another thing we've been
Who's
talking
your
about.
Isobody out there? Do you guys have your Isobodies going? If you don't know
Yes.
what it is, we will help you get going in that. I call it a customer appreciation program for
Yeah.
ordering every month. After 4 months, you submit your
Just the fact that you did it.
yes, you just started it. Great, guys. So then you finish up and you just say, you don't even have to put in an essay. They will drop the coupon to you that day when you've put your final pictures. They aren't going to share your pictures. You don't have to be in a swimsuit. You can
I
just
wouldn't
be.
show my pictures to anybody on that. and You probably wouldn't either, but no one sees them. So, but
Nobody sees them. And I've even done collagen. So the last gal I got started, I just did from the
yeah, you
neck
can do
up.
collagen.
And I did her front and I did her side. The photos just her face. I didn't do the whole body and it was fine. The application took it. So if you've got people starting on collagen, just do their faces, maybe they're, from their chest up, front, side, and of course the back, I guess, shows the hair. So that
There's
could
really
show
nothing
that.
to it. Just order every month, and it needs to come out to an average of 125.
125 BV.
But order every month, and you will get $200 at 3 times a year, $600 of free product.
Yes. So I
So
like
there's
to
no reason not to.
share that.
Yeah.
So, okay, teamwork. We want to talk about.
Well, what we want to talk about now is switch a little bit over to the business side of things. And I know, I think most of you have goals with the business that are on here. And if you haven't actually written out your goals, I encourage you to write out your goals and share them with somebody. You don't have to share them with us, but you can, or you share them with someone else. But once you have your goals in place, it takes action. It takes actually talking to people. It takes doing something. Some of you are taking those actions and some of you may not be. But the way we look at it is every day that passes, each day that passes is a lost opportunity if we don't share Isogenics with somebody.
Absolutely.
How easy would it be to share Isogenics with one person a day?
Mhm.
And if you miss a day or two, okay, I get that. But if you get in the habit of saying, I want to make it enough of a priority with my busy day that I share Isogenics with somebody, you're going to have that conversation and things are going to happen.
Well, and my mom's on here too, because she's been loving the Brain Elixir and the Knox, and she's helping her grandson, Austin. And she just was telling her friend in passing,
A
who
few
she goes
moments
to
ago.
bingo, and her friend was just like, it didn't take much at all. And then she's like, here, you talk to her. So I got on the phone. So that's really what we want you to do, is just drop a seed and connect us. Either connect us on the phone, 3-way text, 3-way messenger, because the toughest thing is to know what to say.
Right.
We get jumbled still about I'll even say, Ron, what should I say here? I mean,
But we bounce off of each other, and that's what we should be
that's what
doing
we're
as a
here.
team.
We are a team. We're here for you because every person is so individual. We might say, it's great to have certain messages or certain tools that the company gives you, but it is also nice to have someone to bounce it off to. And that's what we're here for, to be we've done this so long, we've gotten the no's, we've made the mistakes. Let us help. I love it when Angelique says collapse timelines. We can collapse timelines in the learning curve, because you can listen to us or even watch us text and see what we say and how we close the sale. Closing the sale is so important, because we can put the seeds out there, but they might just go to Isagenix and order. So we need to make sure we follow up and close that sale. And, that sometimes is uncomfortable, but just asking, hey, do you have enough information to get started? And then, get their information or send them a link, either way. So, but yeah,
I will tell you, when you are having a conversation with someone, there are 3 words you should never say, and I've gotten out of the habit of saying them. And those 3 words are let me know. Let me know. Never say that.
It's a natural inkling, like, oh, just let me
Okay,
know.
let me know.
I've done it a million times. And
They will never let you know.
Mhm.
They will never let you know.
The other thing is I saw a salesman, a guy that's a specialist on this, talk about, don't say I'm following up, because there are so many salespeople that have been programmed to say that it triggers your customer. If they hear the words I'm following up, it's going to trigger a response like this. So what's better to say is, hey, I know we talked about, I'll use one of my friends. Hey, I know we talked about you trying the collagen. You weren't sure about it, but I know you're looking for something to boost your confidence, and it's helped so many. Is it something you would look at again? Like, just use like real life, like the story, bring back why you talked to them in the first place, but don't say I'm reaching out to follow up. For some reason, that triggers people to get rid of you as fast as possible. So those are 2 little hints of, don't say, let me know. We've done it. So we're not.
And what do you say instead of let me know? When you have some questions, I am here and I'm glad to help you with them.
Or
That's
say,
different than let me know.
when are you going to have a chance to look at this? And I will reach out when, get a timeline from them. Because if you don't tighten it up, you're going to reach out. Have you looked at it? No. Next week? No. Next week? No. So sometimes I'll even say, are you going to take a chance to look at this information? If not, I'll send it when you have a few minutes to look at it. Otherwise, when it's open-ended, there's no urgency, there's no commitment. So we want to have them make little commitments. They're called micro commitments. I got this verbiage from a top couple, Zach and Ian Slobin. Have your relationships make micro commitments. So, hey, I'm going to send you this video. Are you going to be able to look at it now? Like if it's a little bottle of amazing, get a commitment when you're going to reach back out again, because then it alerts them to follow through with that micro commitment that they made with you.
I saw, actually, you saw that you showed me a real small reel that was out there of a speaker who was speaking about sales. And it was very interesting. And you don't want to come across the wrong way with this, but when someone says to you, you know what, I'm just not a salesperson. I'm not comfortable talking to people. I don't know what to say. I get nervous. I just can't stand it. And I can't do it. And they list off 7 to 10 reasons why they can't do it. You pause for a minute and you say, you're really good at
You
sales.
just told
Because you just sold me on the fact you can't do it. And not only that, but you sold yourself.
Yes.
You are one of the best salespeople I've ever run into. Now, if you turn that talk around, we can really build you a business.
Absolutely. That was funny.
It's really good. It was really, really good.
It's so true. We could sell ourselves on why we can't do it, right? So
If we can sell ourselves on why we cannot do it, we can sell ourselves on why we can.
yes, and just to end, because we're coming upon the ending minute, we just want to remind everyone to keep posting in the group, commenting, going to the group, supporting that. We need to be doing some of the introducing. I need to do that myself with new people because there's strength in community, and it's a way for us to just kind of be just connected in between these calls. It's so great to be on the call together, but the group is really the way to just keep all of that growing a solid foundation.
And any of you on here that want to do more, build faster, do anything, reach out to us. We are here to help you, okay?
Make a plan.
And I'd say we throw it open. We're right at 8 o'clock exactly.
Anybody have
Any open
questions
mic,
or
anything at all.
anything you want to share? You can unmute if you're muted or.
I saw Heather, you said you joined the Isobody today. Shada said she's in it and wants to win it.
Yes. Go ahead, Dana.
Something you said just a moment ago about selling yourself. It tripped a memory from long ago. Zig Ziglar made this point repeatedly. Selling is a transference of feeling. You build you have a definite feel about what you're offering.
Yes.
Transfer that feeling to the other person, the sales made.
Yes. And Shyla, thank you for sharing that. She writes, I don't know if you guys all see the chat. So Shyla writes, I swear I've started so many people on Isagenix, but listen to this part. By giving them the info they need, and then they found out that they ordered through the company, I need so much work on closing the sale. Hopefully it's okay I said that out loud, Shyla. I think you'd be okay with me saying that. But so
Well, we had 2 team members this week that happened to.
So you just have to realize that with Isagenix, they aren't going to ask like when you go to the website, some companies, they'll say, who told you about it? They won't. So we have to be really diligent about make sure you communicate to anyone that you've told. If you are interested, I can get you best pricing and get you started with the best result, because we always want to make sure they know what's in it for them.
Right.
Not that it helps us. What is in it for them? Everybody wants the best price. Everybody wants the best experience. And so make sure when you give them that information that you're like, I've got to, especially now with our 25% coupons, guys, they aren't going to get that going to the website. So I've got best pricing and I've got a way, to get you the best experience.
Yep.
Because otherwise and sometimes they don't mean to do it. They just go to the website. They don't understand how this all works. So,
And they just order and they think, hey, that's great. They told me about it. I'm glad.
but you can also get your customers moved and do it legally and with compliance.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
if you need help with any of that, we're willing to help you with how it works in the company and how to do that correctly. So, because you deserve to have that customer if you told them about it. So
right.
it's not all lost if you've lost them in the past. So,
Yeah.
All right,
All right,
guys.
everybody, I'll turn off the recording and if I can find it, wherever it is. Sometimes it is.
There we go.
There it
So.